This is why many elderly people will not live past 82. If you are old, you need to see this now. Hey there, my wise friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we talk about living healthier, happier, and longer as we embrace our golden years. I'm so glad you're here today, because we're diving into something really important. Something that could change the way you think about aging and, frankly, how long you might live. The title of this video might have grabbed your attention. This is why many elderly people will not live past 82. If you are old, you need to see this now. And I promise, we're not here to scare you. Instead, I want to share some heartfelt insights, practical tips, and a little bit of wisdom to help you thrive well beyond 82. You know, I was talking to my neighbor, Bob, the other day. He's 68, retired, loves his golf, and he's always got a story to tell. But he said something that stuck with me. He said, I just want to make it to 80 and still be able to enjoy my grandkids and maybe take that cruise with my wife. It got me thinking, why do so many of us set our sights on 80 or 82 as some kind of finish line? And why do so many people not even make it that far? Today, we're going to unpack the reasons why many elderly folks don't live past 82 and, more importantly, what you can do right now to beat those odds. So, grab a cup of coffee or maybe some herbal tea. Get comfy, and let's have a heart-to-heart about aging well. This is for you, whether you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond. Let's talk about how to live not just longer, but better. 1. The hard truth about aging in the West. Let's start with a reality check. In the U.S., the average life expectancy is around 78 years old. In the UK, it's a bit higher, around 81. But here's the kicker. Many people don't even make it to those numbers. And for those who do, the last few years can sometimes feel more like surviving than thriving. Why is that? Well, there are a few big reasons, and they're not just about genetics. First off, we live in a culture that's obsessed with staying young. Think about it. Everywhere you look, there's an ad for anti-aging creams, supplements, or some new fitness gadget promising to turn back the clock. But here's the thing. Aging isn't the enemy. The real problem is that we're not always taught how to age well. Instead of focusing on staying youthful, we need to focus on staying healthy, active, and engaged. Too many of us fall into habits that, over time, cut our lives shorter than they need to be. Let me share a story. My Aunt Linda was the life of every family gathering. She was always dancing, telling jokes, and cooking up a storm. But in her late 60s, she started slowing down. She wasn't eating as well. She stopped going for her morning walks, and she spent more time watching TV than connecting with friends. By 75, she was struggling with diabetes and heart issues, and she passed away at 79. It broke my heart because I know she could have had more years, vibrant years, if she made a few changes earlier. 2. The big culprits holding you back. So, what are the things keeping so many of us from living past 82? Let's break it down. A. Neglecting physical health. One of the biggest reasons is how we treat our bodies. As we get older, it's easy to think, oh, I don't need to exercise anymore, or I've earned the right to eat whatever I want. But our bodies are like cars. If you don't maintain them, they won't last. Heart disease, diabetes, and obesity are some of the top causes of death for seniors in the U.S. and other Western countries. And the scary part? A lot of these conditions are preventable. Take exercise, for example. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Something as simple as a 20-minute walk every day can make a huge difference. Studies show that regular movement can lower your risk of heart disease, improve your mood, and even help you sleep better. My friend Susan, who's 72, started doing chair yoga a few years ago. She says it's not just about staying flexible. It's about feeling alive and energized every day. And let's talk about food. I know, nobody wants to hear they can't have their favorite pie or fried chicken. But it's not about giving up everything you love. It's about balance. Swap out some processed foods for fresh fruits and veggies. Try cooking with olive oil instead of butter. Small changes add up. My dad, who's 70, started adding a handful of blueberries to his morning oatmeal, and he swears it's helped his cholesterol levels. B. Ignoring mental and emotional health. Another huge factor is mental and emotional health. Loneliness is a silent epidemic among seniors. When you retire, when your kids move out, or when friends start passing away, it's easy to feel isolated. And loneliness isn't just about feeling sad. It's linked to higher risks of depression, dementia, and even heart disease. I'll never forget meeting a man named George at a community center. He was 80, sharp as a tack, and always smiling. I asked him his secret, and he said, "I make it a point to talk to someone new every week." Whether it was joining a book club, volunteering at the local food bank, or just chatting with his neighbor, George stayed connected. That connection kept him young at heart. And let's not forget about stress. Chronic stress can wear your body down faster than you think. Whether it's worrying about money, health, or family, stress can raise your blood pressure and weaken your immune system. Finding ways to manage stress, like meditation, deep breathing, or even just laughing with friends, can add years to your life. C, not prioritizing preventive care. Here's another big one. Too many of us skip regular checkups. I get it. Nobody loves going to the doctor, but catching problems early can be a game changer. For example, a simple blood pressure check could catch something before it turns into a heart attack. A routine mammogram or prostate exam could detect cancer when it's still treatable. My cousin Mike learned this the hard way. He was one of those tough guys who avoided doctors like the plague. At 65, he started feeling tired all the time but brushed it off as just getting old. Turned out, he had a thyroid issue that could have been managed with medication if caught earlier. By the time he got diagnosed, it had taken a toll on his heart. He's doing okay now, but he wishes he'd gone for that checkup sooner. D, losing purpose and passion. Finally, let's talk about purpose. When you retire, it's easy to feel like your best days are behind you. But here's the truth. Your golden years can be some of the most fulfilling if you find something that lights you up. Whether it's gardening, painting, mentoring younger people, or volunteering, having a sense of purpose keeps you going. I read about a woman named Helen, who at 85 started teaching knitting classes at her local senior center. She said it wasn't just about knitting. It was about sharing stories, laughing, and feeling like she was making a difference. That sense of purpose gave her a reason to get up every morning, and she lived well into her 90s. 3. How to live well beyond 82. All right, so we've talked about the challenges. Now let's focus on solutions. Here are 5 practical, doable tips to help you not just live longer, but live better. Tip 1. Move your body every day. Find an activity you enjoy, walking, swimming, dancing, or even gardening. Aim for at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. If you have mobility issues, try chair exercises or water aerobics. The key is consistency. My mom, who's 67, started doing a 15-minute stretching routine every morning, and she says it's like a shot of energy for the day. Tip 2. Eat for longevity. Focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Cut back on sugar and processed foods, but don't deprive yourself. Treat yourself to that slice of cake on special occasions. Just make it the exception, not the rule. And stay hydrated. Drinking enough water can help with everything from digestion to skin health. Tip 3. Stay connected. Make time for friends, family, or community groups. Join a club, attend a church group, or volunteer. Even small interactions like chatting with a cashier or calling an old friend can lift your spirits. If you're tech savvy, try video calls to stay in touch with faraway loved ones. Tip 4. Keep your mind sharp. Challenge your brain with puzzles, reading, or learning something new. My uncle, who's 74, started learning Spanish online, and he's having a blast. Not only does it keep his mind active, but it's also given him a new hobby to share with his grandkids. Tip 5. Find your why. What gets you excited to wake up in the morning? Maybe it's spending time with your grandkids, tending to your garden, or helping out at a local charity. Whatever it is, hold on to it. That sense of purpose will carry you far. 4. A little inspiration to keep you going. Before we wrap up, I want to share a quote that's been on my mind lately. It's from the poet Mary Oliver. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That question hits hard, doesn't it? No matter how old you are Your life is still precious, and you have the power to make it vibrant and meaningful. Think about someone like Betty White. She lived to 99, and up until her final days, she was cracking jokes, working on projects, and spreading joy. She didn't let age define her. She defined her age. And you can too. So, my friends, here's the bottom line. Living past 82 isn't just about luck or genes. It's about the choices you make every day. It's about moving your body, eating well, staying connected, and finding joy in the little things. It's about saying, I'm not done yet. I've got more to give, more to see, more to love. I want you to take one small step today. Maybe it's going for a walk around the block. Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Or maybe it's just sitting down with a journal and writing down one thing you're grateful for. Whatever it is, start small, but start now. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. Let's spread the word about aging well and living long. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We're in this together, and I'm rooting for you to live your healthiest, happiest life. Until next time, stay wise, stay strong, and keep shining. See you soon.